Again, we're discussing the halachot of the 3 weeks. So halakha says, "Asur la'asot rikudim u'mcholot bimei ben ha'mesarim." During the time of the 3 weeks, it is forbidden to have dancing. Nothing to do with music and nothing to do with parties. Just plain, simple, old dancing. You want to have dancing at your house, in the backyard. You want to go to a hall, wherever it may be. Dancing alone in itself, it brings the simcha, and therefore one is forbidden to do that. Afilu beli negina, even if there's no music whatsoever, nothing at all, it's also forbidden, and one should stay away from such things during this time of year. And he brings down, we're talking about over here, this is all talking about separate dancing, where the men are by themselves and the women are by themselves, and of course there's a mehitza in between. However, when you have mixed dancing, men and women together, he says this is nothing to do with the 3 weeks. This is asur kol hashana. This is asur all year round. There's never heterim for such things. So those that they mahmir during the 3 weeks, we don't dance. We're talking about separate dancing. Mixed dancing is asur all year round, regardless of the occasion, regardless of with music, without music. It's all asur. Doesn't make any difference. Now, in regards to listening to music, this is again in regards to dancing. What about in regards to listening to music by itself? So halakha says there's 2 kinds of music. Number one, there's music with instruments, and then you can have music without instruments. So we'll discuss both. So he says like this: if you have music with instruments, whether it's through the radio, where they're actually broadcasting it, or whether you're actually listening to it live, which is even worse, both cases, he says, the custom is that we're mahmid to stay away from it. Some people are mahmid all year. We listen all year round. However, when it comes to, again, the times of ben ha'mesarim, listening to music with instruments, regardless if you're listening to it through a radio, a CD, or live, it's all asur. One should refrain during the 3 weeks. It does bring down that if there's a party, there's a brit milah, you don't have ben, and one wants to bring music, ma'ikar adin, one could be mekel, one could be lenient, and he's allowed to bring to brit milah in order to have simchat mitzvah. You could. Again, many people will not bring in music during this period of time, even though ma'ikar adin one could. However, mahmir extra quran that people do not bring even for simachot, even if it's something of simcha shel mitzvah, one does refrain. Now, in regards to listening to music without any kind of kelei negina, there's no musical instruments, halakha says that as long as it's shirot v'tishbachot la'Hashem, then it's mutar. For hazanim, they want to sing, they want to pray, bekol b'n'iman, that's all mutar, even though they're putting in somewhat of kind of, music into the tefillah, or they're singing songs in the shul, that would be mutar. That's not asur, again, assuming that you're singing shirot v'tishbachot. Obviously, if you're singing things of isur, English music, or things like that, that's asur anyways, regardless. Then during the 3 weeks, after the 3 weeks, that's asur all the time. But if you're singing shirot v'tishbachot without musical instruments, it's mutar during the 3 weeks.